In the pursuit of personal growth and ethical living, Stoicism places a profound emphasis on wisdom, one of the four cardinal virtues alongside courage, justice, and temperance. The Stoics believed that true wisdom arises not merely from intellectual knowledge but from the ability to apply reason, self-awareness, and moral judgment in daily life. Conversely, folly or stupidity, as it is colloquially termed, stems from a lack of these qualities, manifesting in behaviors and attitudes that hinder both individual progress and communal harmony. While labeling someone as stupid may seem harsh, Stoicism encourages us to view such traits with compassion rather than disdain, recognizing them as opportunities for reflection, both in ourselves and others. From a Stoic lens, stupidity is not an immutable trait but a condition rooted in ignorance, poor habits, or misguided priorities. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." This principle applies equally to how we respond to perceived foolishness in others. Instead of reacting with frustration or contempt, we can use their behavior as a mirror to examine our own conduct and values. By identifying signs of intellectual immaturity, we gain insight into areas where growth is possible, not only for those exhibiting these traits but also for ourselves as observers striving for virtue. This article explores 6 common indicators of intellectual immaturity through the framework of Stoic philosophy. Each sign reflects a departure from rationality, self-discipline, or ethical alignment, offering lessons on cultivating wisdom and fostering resilience. Through this exploration, we aim not to judge or condemn but to illuminate pathways toward greater understanding and virtue, a hallmark of Stoic practice. Inability to accept responsibility. One of the most telling signs of intellectual immaturity is the consistent refusal to take responsibility for one's actions. Instead of acknowledging mistakes or shortcomings, individuals prone to this behavior deflect blame onto external circumstances or other people. They might claim bad luck, unfair treatment, or conspiracies against them, rather than confronting uncomfortable truths about their role in adverse outcomes. From a Stoic perspective, accepting responsibility aligns with the virtue of justice, the commitment to fairness and accountability. Epictetus emphasized, "It's not what happens to you but how you react to it that matters." By shifting focus inward and examining our responses, we reclaim agency over our lives. Those who evade responsibility demonstrate a failure to live according to nature, a key tenet of Stoicism emphasizing harmony between human reason and universal order. To address this tendency, practice self-reflection regularly, asking, "What could I have done differently?" Own up to errors openly, and seek constructive solutions. Model accountability in your interactions, inspiring others to follow suit. Accepting responsibility fosters personal integrity and earns trust, countering the destructive cycle of denial and blame. Chronic complaining without action. Frequent complaining without taking steps to improve situations reveals a lack of proactive thinking and self-mastery. Such individuals dwell excessively on problems, amplifying negativity while neglecting opportunities for change. Their complaints often serve as excuses to avoid effort or accountability, perpetuating stagnation and resentment. Stoicism teaches that challenges are inevitable but within our power to manage. Seneca observed, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." Rather than succumbing to despair, wise individuals channel energy into finding solutions or adapting gracefully. Chronic complainers, by contrast, waste precious resources, time, attention, and emotional energy on unproductive lamentations. To overcome this habit, reframe obstacles as opportunities for growth. Focus on actionable steps rather than dwelling on grievances. Cultivate gratitude to shift perspective toward abundance and possibility. By adopting a solution-oriented mindset, you embody Stoic resilience and inspire others to do the same. Resistance to learning and growth, a hallmark of intellectual immaturity, is an unwillingness to learn from experience or embrace new perspectives. These individuals cling rigidly to outdated beliefs, reject feedback, and dismiss evidence that contradicts their views. Their resistance to growth stifles personal development and creates barriers to meaningful connection. The Stoics valued lifelong learning as essential to wisdom. Marcus Aurelius urged, "If anyone can refute me, show me I'm making a mistake or looking at things from the wrong perspective, I'll gladly change. It's the truth I'm after." Openness to correction and curiosity about diverse viewpoints reflect humility and intellectual rigor, qualities absent in those resistant to learning. To foster intellectual humility, seek feedback actively and welcome constructive criticism. Engage with ideas that challenge your assumptions. Approach disagreements as chances to deepen understanding. Embracing continuous learning enriches your worldview and strengthens relationships based on mutual respect. 4. Impulsive decision-making. Impulsivity undermines rational thought and long-term planning, leading to reckless choices and regrettable consequences. Individuals who act hastily without considering implications exhibit a lack of self-control, i.e., direct violation of Stoic principles. Temperance or moderation requires balancing desires with reason and foresight. Epictetus advised, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." Impulsive decision-makers bypass this crucial step, prioritizing immediate gratification over deliberate action. Their erratic behavior disrupts stability and erodes trust in personal and professional contexts. To cultivate temperance, pause before acting, weighing potential outcomes carefully. Develop routines that promote thoughtful deliberation. Reflect on past decisions to identify patterns of impulsivity. Practicing restraint enhances clarity of purpose and reinforces ethical living. Excessive preoccupation with external validation and obsessive focus on external validation, whether through social media likes, peer approval, or material possessions, reveals a shallow understanding of true worth. Individuals trapped in this mindset measure success by superficial metrics, neglecting inner virtues like courage, wisdom, and kindness. Their reliance on external affirmation leaves them vulnerable to insecurity and envy. Stoicism teaches that external goods are indifferent, adiaphora, compared to moral excellence. As Seneca noted, true happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future. External validation holds no lasting value unless grounded in virtuous intentions and authentic achievement. To transcend dependency on external praise, define success based on intrinsic goals, such as personal growth and contribution to others. Limit exposure to sources of toxic comparison, like excessive social media use. Celebrate quiet victories known only to yourself, reinforcing internal validation. Focusing inward cultivates enduring satisfaction and frees you from the tyranny of others' opinions. Lack of empathy and compassion. Finally, intellectual immaturity often manifests as a lack of empathy, the inability to understand or care about others' emotions and experiences. Such individuals prioritize their needs above all else, dismissing concerns that don't directly affect them. Their insensitivity fractures relationships and diminishes collective well-being. Empathy aligns closely with Stoic justice, the duty to treat others fairly and kindly. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "What injures the hive injures the bee," recognizing our interconnectedness motivates compassionate action, benefiting both individuals and communities. A lack of empathy signals a failure to live harmoniously with others, a central aim of Stoic philosophy. To nurture empathy, listen actively, validating others' feelings without judgment. Put yourself in others' shoes to better understand their struggles. Perform small acts of kindness daily, strengthening bonds of goodwill. Cultivating empathy enriches relationships and contributes to a more just and compassionate world. Conclusion: wisdom as a lifelong journey. Identifying signs of intellectual immaturity provides valuable insights into areas ripe for growth, not only in others but also within ourselves. By applying Stoic principles, accepting responsibility, embracing challenges, seeking knowledge, Exercising self-control, valuing inner worth, and practicing empathy, we move closer to living wisely and virtuously. Remember, the Stoics viewed wisdom not as a static achievement but as a dynamic process requiring constant vigilance and effort. As Seneca wisely stated, no man becomes braver through ease or indulgence. Similarly, no one attains wisdom without confronting ignorance and folly head-on. By striving to embody Stoic virtues, we transform moments of frustration into opportunities for enlightenment, fostering deeper connections and contributing positively to the world around us.